CSP. But the deadline to apply to be considered for funding in this current cycle is Friday, December 10th. Now, CSP is for working lands. That includes cropland, pasture land, rangeland, non-industrial forest land, as well as tribal lands. The program helps producers build on existing conservation efforts while strengthening their operations. CSP provides many benefits. That includes increased crop yields, decreased inputs, wildlife habitat improvements, and resiliency to weather extremes. It also encourages the adoption of new technologies and innovative management techniques. Through CSP, ag producers and forest landowners can earn payments for managing, maintaining, and expanding conservation activities. That includes cover crops, buffer strips, pollinators, and beneficial insect habitats, along with soil health activities, while maintaining ag production on your land. While NRCS does accept CSP applications year-round, Florida producers and landowners need to apply by this coming Friday, December 10th, to be considered for 2022 funding. To learn more or to apply, just simply contact your local NRCS office.
For generations, we've worked the land. We've faced hardships and uncertainty before, but you can depend on Florida's farmers. We will continue to rise before dawn and harvest our crops, ensuring that Florida-grown fruits and vegetables are in your stores and that your family is fed. We are providers for our families and yours. We're Florida's farmers, and we're in this together.
Randall Wiseman, Southeast AgNet.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
We'll have patchy fog early today, otherwise periods of clouds and sunshine and a high of 81 to 83. Then mainly clear tonight, low 57 to 62. Tuesday, we'll have a mix of clouds and sunshine. High tomorrow, 79 to 82. Then sun and high clouds in the morning on Wednesday. Then mostly cloudy in the afternoon, high 81 to 84. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Good Monday morning. Welcome to Ocala Talks. That's right, it really is Tom Schmitz. Back on the air here at WOCA. Thanks to all the well-wishers that reached out while I was unavoidably detained by afibrillation. Thanks to Joe Martone for being a trooper and doing yeoman's work in holding down the fort here at the radio station in a situation that was not optimum for Joe, but he did the best he could do, and we appreciate everything he did for us to keep the radio show up and running. Galen Unall from Life South joins us every morning, brought to you by the good folks at Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center, Penn Flooring, and Just Ship. Galen, good morning to you.
Hey, what's going on, Tom? So, what's the line now on your how long are you going to live? I mean, should I? Because I'm an over guy. I'm an over guy by nature. I just need some insight.
Probably 68, 69, somewhere around there.
There you go. You know, that's not a terrible run.
Nah.
I mean, as you get closer to it, like, no, I got 90 in me. But then you're like,
another
if you're
13, 15
you're like
years.
69, I got no chance at 69 until you get closer.
Yeah, another 15 years maybe at the most,
All right, okay.
See what happens.
Then you'll take that.
See what happens. So what do you want to talk about?
We can talk about college football. We can talk about the lack of chicken fingers.
Look,
it's funny.
Yeah,
my
chicken
wife,
strips.
my,
Chicken
my
strips
is,
are now. Chicken strips are now in a shortage. Look out!
It's pretty funny. I am not a. My wife is pretty apolitical, right? She listens to my rant and nods her head, but she doesn't really care. And she came home Saturday and she goes, "That's it. I've had enough." And I'm like, "What?" She goes, "I ordered at Zaxby's and they had to sit there and list everything they didn't have because of supply chain." And she's like, "What is Biden doing?" And I just like, "Yeah, that's what I've been saying." for a year now. So it was kind of.
You kind of patted your chest a little bit and just sat there with a big smile
Oh,
on
a
your
little
face,
bit.
didn't you?
Well, she voted. She votes. How she asked me how to vote. So she knows I pay attention to that stuff.
Well, 80 million people voted for Biden. Just ask.
That's right. That's right.
Just ask.
No, I think it's hilarious how the food, the supply chain. It's like the whole cliche. If you lose your job, it's depression. If your neighbor loses your job, it's a recession. Same thing with supply chain. If you're out of chicken fingers,
it's a depression.
Now we got a supply chain.
And now we got an issue.
Yeah.
Because, the chicken wing issue, let's be honest, the chicken wing issue, because I don't eat any kind of meat that has bone. I don't eat anything that's on the bone because I'm kind of grossed out by bones.
So you're a boneless wing guy.
Yeah, I'm a boneless wing guy.
So I'm a bone-in guy.
So the bone-in wings, they were like, there's a shortage of them. What the hell do I care? I don't eat them anyway.
It was an issue.
It wasn't an issue for me. Well, it was an issue for everybody except me because I don't eat the damn thing. So why do I care? But I do like my chicken planks from Long John Silver's. I do like my chicken fingers from Zaxby's. So you start screwing my chicken fingers, now we got problems.
It is becoming the whole cliche about the dinner table conversation.
Yeah.
It is now officially a dinner table conversation, the supply chain. It's no longer some abstract, all these boats on Long Beach, right, off the coast of Long Beach. It's now hit the dinner plate and no chicken fingers.
By the way, you know when this is all going to stop, okay? Let's be honest. And you know this to be fact. I don't know it to be fact because I'm not a parent, but you know this to be fact. And parents around the world know this to be fact, and I know just from osmosis. Now that they have a chicken finger shortage, they come up with a mac and cheese shortage. Parents everywhere are going to revolt because everybody under the age of 5 will have nothing to eat if they do away with chicken fingers and macaroni and cheese. Okay?
Well, that's exactly right. Like kids under the age of 10 will starve.
Oh yeah, starve to death.
And by the way, there is a mac and cheese shortage. My son played a basketball game down at Bradenton against IMG. And we went to Buffalo Wild Wings, and he said, "Yeah, I'll take the chicken tenders." The guy's like, "We don't have those." He goes, "All right, I'll have the boneless wings." He goes, he looked at them, and he goes, "Do you have those?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "Okay." And mac and cheese. He goes, "Oh no, we haven't had mac and cheese in weeks."
Another shortage, believe it or not.
And I just said, "Let's go, Brandon!" And he just started laughing.
Another.
You have no idea how much I hear that.
Another huge shortage. Restaurants here in town have been at them, and my local watering hole that you will find me at most Friday and Saturday afternoons has not had them.
Ends with an S?
No, it starts with an O, ends with Callahan's.
Oh, that's right. You go to the one on the boulevard.
Right.
That's right.
So, but the funny thing is, tater skins been out. You can't get tater skins from a food distribution center, and haven't been able to get them for like 3 or 4 months. But the restaurant guy and me, because I was that was what I did after I decided that teaching high school was going to end up me killing parents, so I needed to get out of that. And before I got into radio, restaurants was the fallback, because that's what everybody in college does is restaurants. So I knew that, so I went in the restaurant business all the way up through general managership. And to me, the tater skin shortage is much to do about nothing. And I'm going to tell you why. Go buy a bag of potatoes. Hollow out a potato. Make skins yourself, damn it. Why do you have to order them from a distribution center? Go get some Idaho Spuds from Publix. Make the damn tater skins yourself.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a cost analysis being done somewhere, but especially when people are making $15, $20.
A 5-pound bag of potatoes costs what, $4? In a 5-pound bag of potatoes, you can probably make 10 orders, 12 orders of tater skins at $9.99 a piece. Come on.
I support you, and they would probably taste better, but
100% they taste better.
I'm just saying.
You know what we did when we ran out of ingredients at the pizza line, and the truck was coming in the next morning, so we were out of ingredients. Like one of the things we'd run out of all the time was sausage for the sausage pizzas, right? You know what I would do on that Tuesday morning when the truck was coming in Wednesday at 6? I'd go buy 10, 12 pounds of breakfast sausage at Publix, or the regular mild sausage at Publix, throw that on the flat top, cook it up. It was the same damn sausage. We just didn't buy it from the distribution center. Guess what? Never once did I have to tell people, sorry, we can't make a sausage pizza. You're a pizza place. Make everything.
I do like sausage on my pizza.
I'm just saying. That's what these food shortages, and I understand if you can't go, your distributor's out, and then you can't go get it from a grocery store as well. But you can fill in every now and then, especially this tater skin shortage. You can go get some potatoes. They got bags and bags of them at the grocery store.
So the tater skins is a real thing for you.
It really is.
Is that your go-to?
No, it's my wife's go-to.
That
makes it even. Thank you. It's my wife's go-to.
Oh, man.
My go-to, since I got married, I've realized that my go-tos take a back seat.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
My wife's go-to is potato skins, and she can't get them right now because everybody's out. Haul your rear end to a grocery store. Buy some potatoes, restaurants. How about that? There's a hint.
Yeah, you didn't say, Susan, haul your ass to get some potatoes.
No. The restaurateur.
It's a very clean delineation there.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
We need to talk about we do need to talk about the championship weekend games this year.
Oh. And yesterday, I was so good on my parlay yesterday, and then the Seahawks decided to show up.
Well, it's a weird. Right now, there's so many injuries because, it's always a weird part of the season, especially since they expanded the
17 games.
Season. I think there's a lot more injuries.
That one game, people didn't think that one game would make a difference. It's going to make a huge difference. Hey, we need to take a break. We'll be right back with more from Galen Unoff from Life South right here on Ocala Talks on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. This is WOCA, The Source. Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or the UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. Just Shipped.
Are you or your loved one being released from a hospital and wondering how you'll manage? Inform your physician that you want to go to Palm Garden of Ocala at 2700 Southwest 34th Street for your rehabilitation. Palm Garden provides pain management, post-discharge follow-up, diabetic care, psychosocial support, and so much more. Plus, they even offer outpatient rehab. This award-winning care facility has a team of licensed professionals dedicated to enhancing your independence. Call 352-854-6262 today.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
It's Monday. Not sure how you did it, but you actually survived an entire 2 days without hearing from Tom. Good job to you. And once again, good luck.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. Got Galen Unoff for another 10 minutes or so here, 15 minutes or so, as we have an interview at 8:35. But Galen is brought to you by Palm Garden Health Rehabilitation Center, located at 2700 Southwest 34th Street. They offer skilled nursing, occupational, and speech therapy. If you have any questions about how they're handling COVID, give them a call at 352-854-6262. We'd also like to thank family-owned and operated Penn Flooring, serving Marion County for over 30-plus years. They owe every bit of their success to their unrivaled customer service. They They have experience in both the commercial and residential flooring fields. Go see their showroom at 1201 Southwest 17th Street here in Ocala, or give them a call at 352-351-3420. And, of course, our good friends at JustShip.net. Right in time for the holidays, they've flipped the script on shipping. Instead of you having to get an item, box it up, package it up, go stand in line to get it shipped out in time for the holidays, Just Ship does all that for you. You just set up a appointment for them to pick it up. They'll come to your location for a small pickup fee plus postage. They'll do all the legwork. They'll do all the wrapping of your packages and getting it off. And also, next weekend, the last weekend that they're doing it, they're open on Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays for special hours at their in-store location. So go to justship.net for all the information on how to get your packages to your loved ones by Christmas Day. Galen, we only got about 15 minutes, well, about 13 minutes, and we need to talk about championship week.
Yeah.
Okay, can we just talk, let's talk first about Cincinnati and Houston, the game that nobody seemed to care about, but Cincinnati wins that game. And I think they solidify, I know it's out now, but I think that win solidified them for where they were going to be. There was no way they were moving out of the top four after that.
Yeah, after they won, and they played well. Their defense played okay. I think they're going to get boat race now, but yeah, I think that was the least inconsequential game, except for maybe the Oklahoma State loss.
Yeah, Oklahoma State did themselves no favors by losing to Baylor. None.
They were instantly removed from the conversation, even if Cincinnati lost. So yeah, that was again bad game by Oklahoma State, and that Big 12 just continues to disintegrate as a conference.
Michigan wins their game against Iowa.
Michigan's real, right? Yeah, at some point you have to look at Michigan and go, this is a real football team. They could be the best team in the country, and they're going to get a chance to show it. What, 3 weeks?
Right out the chute.
Well, and again, it therefore it sets up the Alabama-Georgia game, because the worst case scenario for the SEC and really for the whole bowl championship is if somehow Alabama and Georgia ended up first and fourth and then had to play again.
Oh, that would have been horrible. That would have been terrible.
But that was a real concern, right? If somehow Alabama loses and now they're the fourth seed and Georgia maintained that first seed, I think having them 2 and 3 solves all those problems.
Well, Alabama's 1, Michigan's 2, Georgia's 3, and Cincinnati's 4.
Right.
So,
and I think that's best case scenario for the SEC.
And Georgia
and the bowl
losing keeps Notre Dame out. Because if Georgia beats Alabama, Alabama's out, Notre Dame's in.
Maybe. If you.
Well, Alabama's got 2 losses then. They're out. They would be out with 2 losses. And Notre Dame with only 1 loss. And the only loss Notre Dame had, Notre Dame would have 1 loss, and the only loss they would have would be against another team in the playoff.
Yeah, that would help. Would help
Notre Dame's only loss this year is against number 4 ranked Cincinnati.
Correct. And that loss looks better and better now, doesn't it?
It really does. How bad is Oregon? And how much hype did people give to Oregon? And how Utah boat raced them not once but twice.
Well, as I always say, let it play out, because I think people put way too much stock in the early forms of this playoff, and they do it for nothing more than to generate interest in college football. So I understand it, but you just got to sit back and let it all take care of itself. As we said, Cincinnati would be tested. By the end of the year, we would know if they belong in the conversation. And the same with Michigan, same with Ohio State, the same with Oklahoma State. We would know if they belong. Right? Let the season play out.
Here's what gets me. When you go down the list of the top 10, Alabama, same as it always is, number 1 right now. Michigan, number 2, maybe a reprieve for Harbaugh because he had been 0-5 against Ohio State till this year. Then you got Georgia.
That was a big win.
You got Georgia, who seems to be the only team they can't beat in the country, is Alabama. By the way, 41-24, same exact score they lost by last year in the championship game as well.
By the way, if you look at Georgia now, their schedule and their wins don't look nearly as good as they did.
They can't. Their offense, their defense is what won them football games because their offense has. If their offense scores 21 points, but this offense is horrible. And by the way, Alabama showed if you don't run the football against Georgia, they are susceptible to the pass really, really bad. Even when you lose one of your best pass catchers to a ACL tear, you still are able to throw the ball all over the yard.
Well, they were able to take the top off of that Georgia defense, and Georgia had no answer.
They didn't get any pressure. Okay, there was no pressure on the quarterback at all.
Well, they got rid of the ball really quickly, and they threw it deep and let their wide receivers go make plays. And Georgia's their front seven just didn't show up.
They did not.
I don't know. And again, I thought this front seven could be, one of the elites of all time. And now they're like, you're not very good because you got exposed. So again, Nick Saban, he's head and shoulders above every other coach in all of football except maybe Belichick. And when you look at what Nick Saban does year after year after year, it's pretty incredible.
And here's the bad thing. Nick Saban now has 3.5 weeks to get ready for Cincinnati. Poor Luke Fickell in Cincinnati. That's all I can tell you. Hey, here was the big thing in that Georgia game to me. It was that Alabama, when they made progress, went fast the whole time, went quick the whole time, which kept Jordan Davis on the field. And Jordan Davis, say what you want about him, but at 6'6", 350, he was gassed. Usually he plays 2 plays, he's off the field. 2 plays, he's off the field. He was playing 5, 6, 7 plays. They showed a couple replays where when the ball was snapped, he just stood straight up, and him and the tackle just stood there watching what was going on around him because he had no gas to go anywhere except just to stand up and say, I'm taking a timeout.
Well, there is a report out there that the whole team had a cold or something. They looked like it. They looked like their legs were dead. There'll be a lot to talk about, and I think if there's a team in the country that needs 3 weeks off, it's Georgia.
Well, they definitely need 3 weeks off. Here's the thing that doesn't fit, though. Alabama 1, Michigan 2, Georgia 3, Cincinnati 4, Notre Dame 5, Ohio State 6. Okay, now you got Baylor. Baylor pretty good. But usually when you look for Southeastern Conference.
That was a big win by Baylor.
It really was.
You would agree, right? That
really
was a big
huge win. Usually you see SEC teams when you get after Georgia and Alabama, then you look for LSU or you look for Auburn or you look for Florida. No, Ole Miss ranked 8th in the country. Lane Kiffin, who by the way, there are indications out of Oxford that he signed an extension. Just like you said he would, he was going nowhere.
Yeah, and again, if I'm Ole Miss, I'm like, look, Lane, I love you, we love you. And let's be clear, he loves the underdog role.
Oh, yeah.
Right? He loves it when the world's against him. And Mississippi loves it when the world's against him. They're the doormat for the whole country, right? For every politician. All these people who live in the Northeast, they look down at Mississippi. Heck, even Alabama looks down at Mississippi. So I think he's a perfect fit long-term for Ole Miss. Now, will it all become a dumpster fire at some point? Yes. There's absolutely no way in 10 years Lane Kiffin is still there because it will become a dumpster fire. But right now, ride that wave. Just ride it.
So you got Alabama, Michigan, Georgia, and Cincinnati. Alabama plays Cincinnati. Michigan plays Georgia. But then you got the New Year's 6-day bowl games. Did you see any surprises in the New Year's 6-day bowl game?
I haven't even looked. I mean, I got Christmas to get through. I don't care about those games until the day of, and then I decide.
Well, what about the Gasparilla Bowl though? I know you got a bunch of attention on the Gasparilla Bowl.
I got nothing. I don't even know who's playing yet.
Are you ready for the Gasparilla Bowl?
So I want to place a bet.
You ready for the Gasparilla Bowl? It's December 23rd. The Gasparilla Bowl. You know where it is in Tampa. It pits the UCF Knights against the University of Florida.
Oh gosh, if UCF wins that game, there's gonna be trouble in
Is that
Gainesville.
not going to be? Is that not going to? If UCF wins that football game, Dan Mullen will never be allowed, and because he's not even with the team anymore, but he'll be blamed for this. He'll never be allowed in the state of Florida ever again, ever.
Well, here's, you know what will honestly happen is Napier will come in, and somehow the defense will only allow like 6 points or something, and they'll win by 40.
I don't think Napier's coaching that team, is he?
Nation-
I don't think Napier's coaching that team.
No, it doesn't matter. They'll give him credit for it.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, Gator Nation's like, yes, we're going to be a top 5 team again next year. We'll be in the SEC championship. It's because it's Gator fans and their delusion.
Alabama plays Cincinnati in the Cotton Bowl. Michigan plays Georgia in the Orange Bowl. Here are the other 4 affiliated New Year's Day Bowls. Peach Bowl, a snoozer. I could care less. Sparty and Pittsburgh. Michigan State and Pittsburgh. Could care less. Could care less. Fiesta Bowl, Notre Dame and Oklahoma
That was a
State.
fun game. That Wake Forest Penn State Pitt game was fun.
Notre Dame,
I
Oklahoma
enjoyed
State. I'd rather see Notre Dame, Baylor, not Notre Dame, Oklahoma State.
Yeah,
I'd rather see Notre Dame, Baylor.
Is that one of those tie-ins?
Rose Bowl, Utah and Ohio State.
Terrible.
Terrible game. And the Sugar Bowl puts Ole Miss and Baylor.
I think it'd be fun though. I do like. Again, you never know what Lane Kiffin's going to do.
You never know.
And again, he will implode. He will. I know he's maturing, but he'll do something with some stripper, and something will happen in Ole Miss.
Well, that's a good way to end the segment. Lane Kiffin and strippers. So with that being said, where's the Bloodmobile today?
Oh, by the way, he is going to sign the Arch Manning.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Arch Manning's a done deal.
I think that's a done deal.
Yep.
He was
Bloodmobile.
Hey, Bloodmobile today, we're actually right back in the shores of the Publix down there, or the Walmart down there, so come see us. But as always, we're right on the boulevard, 1607 East Silver Springs Boulevard. Check us out at lifesouth.org. Give blood. We're in emergency need of everything as we have been since this pandemic started. Omicron. Not as bad as we thought.
Galen Unoff from Life South. Thanks. Talk to you tomorrow.
All right, bye all.
We'll be right back.
Today in
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Chris Barnes.
The Biden administration is reportedly going to announce a diplomatic boycott of the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympics. CNN's reporting that no U.S. government officials will attend the Beijing Games. It's a move that would send a global message to China from the U.S. while not preventing American athletes from competing in the Games. Longtime Republican U.S. Senator Bob Dole has died. Here's USA Radio's Jeremy Scott.
Dole was President Gerald Ford's vice presidential nominee in 1976, and 20 years later clinched the Republican nomination for the presidency, was defeated by incumbent Bill Clinton.
I've never been prouder in my life than to have been the Republican nominee for president of the United States.
Dole's family says he passed away in his sleep at the age of 98. This is USA Radio News.
Folks, it looks like food shortages are here and going to stick around. Supply chains are breaking down, and inflation is back with a vengeance. It's all part of the shortage economy. What used to be unthinkable is now in the headlines. Are you ready? Do you currently have a stockpile of emergency food at home? If not, go to mypatriotsupply.com today, and you'll find an emergency food kit that's right for you and your family. My Patriot Supply is the largest preparedness company in America, serving millions of families like yours. Pick up a 3-month food kit that stays fresh